What's good? It's your man Dubx the General. First Team International. If you guys have checked out my rant videos or even the general knowledge video, I think it was the general knowledge video, which I stated that there was a plan put into action in the early, or drafted in the early 2000s, that was supposed to be put into action in 2006, early 2006, that would have seen military elements being rolled into major crime-infested cities and pretty much using those elements to wipe out these criminal elements that were in these cities. Well, today, June 24th, 2014, Yahoo released a story saying that there are going to be all of these major crime-infested cities getting all these armored vehicles, military-grade armored vehicles and everything. And what a lot of people don't seem to understand is this is part of a multiple-step plan. Now, while that plan was delayed, it was supposed to be taken off the table, period, but it seems like it was only really delayed. This is step one of that original program, which is you bring the vehicles into place, then you bring the weapons into place, then you bring the military elements in to train, then you bring the military elements in to be a permanent part of these policing forces, because the police are not adequately, you use that the police are not adequately and responsibly using the equipment or doing the duty that it has been set before them, and you rock it like that. But it's pretty much just a reason to get everybody in there. Now, unfortunately, I have to split this video into two parts. So for this part, I'm going to talk to the white folks and the folks that are of any other color or race or creed or culture that are non-Obama supporters. I'd like to take this time to tell y'all to shove that shit up your ass, because it has nothing to do with Obama and the Obama administration, unlike some people would have you believe. This plan was drafted up when Bush was in office and was supported by a ton of Republicans. And holy shit, who's the majority of the lawmakers that we have in office right now? Republicans, right? Okay, so cut that Obama administration bullshit. It's not him. And actually, even when Bush was supporting the plan, presidents are a temporary part of lawmaking, a very temporary part. It's the long-term lawmakers that this shit rides on. And unfortunately for us, we allowed a lot of war-happy, take out the poor people Republicans to get into place. And this part is going to be for my black folks and people of other colors that are living below the poverty line and lower middle class and things like that. The ones that are out here in the streets to see this stuff every day. They catch the bus to work and walk to work and have to walk past this shit and be careful what neighborhood they have to walk through. Stop blaming the white man. Take some responsibility for yourselves. Take some responsibility for your own neighborhoods. Start at home and take some responsibility for your children. It's us. It's us. They can lock us up for longer periods of time for the little shit that we do, but the little shit that we do comes from us. We have to stop that shit ourselves. And this is the plan that it is that I was trying to put into action months ago. I came up with an idea called the Ohio Future Foundation, or OFF. And contrary to what you fucktards believe that things are supposed to be, when we're supposed to have this perfect little world and let the police handle it, fuck that. The police are going to be indiscriminate. If you're wearing a certain type of clothing or listen to a certain type of music or in a certain neighborhood or area, they're going to believe or handle you or approach you like you're one of these same people doing some things you have no business doing, when you could just be minding your own damn business and not doing anything. And that's not what we need. So what I proposed with OFF is that we take people who, because they do exist, we take people involved in street gangs, leaders involved in street gangs and leaders involved in music and entertainment and everything like that locally. From the guys that are out here in the streets every day doing underground music to the guys that really have money and have power and have some major influence. And we get those people together and we start to in our own neighborhoods with our own people to find ways to dissuade these younger dudes that are out here making trouble for all of us and causing things to be terrible for all of us. The murder rate in Cleveland has skyrocketed this past year, and you know, there's no amount of police work or police force that's going to get it done. We're killing ourselves. You know, we're killing ourselves, and a lot of these guys don't give a damn how many of ourselves that we kill. You know, they just don't want it being brought into the public eye, so they wipe out everybody, and it saves them a ton on a lot of work. And we know that these criminal elements that are in the cities, we know how these drugs and how these guns get into our cities. We know that. We know none of us are owning these big gigantic planes or boats or shipping companies and bringing these, you know, bringing this dope and these guns. We know that, but it's still our choice, our kids' choice, our little brothers and little cousins and little sisters and everything. It's still our choice to pick up these guns and use them, to pick up this dope and sell it. We have to find a way to get these young dudes out here that think that the shit they see in movies and on TV and everything. We grew up, my generation, we grew up watching people get killed on movies and everything like that, and violence and cartoons, and listening to violence and music. We never said, oh, let's go out and shoot somebody in the damn face because I heard it on the music video. It seems like we have more sense. But since these young dudes are getting their education from YouTube, World Star, Google, MTV, and the latest Lil Wayne CD, it's up to us to check that shit. And we're never going to get past it. Things are never going to change by standing outside holding candlelight vigils and yelling on bullhorns, stop the violence. That's not proactive. We need to take a proactive approach to this shit. And you can sit and watch this fucking video or not watch it at all, or not share it and not let everybody know that this is what the fuck needs to happen. But then when you do that, when that's the stand that you take, you have no right, room, or reason to complain because you're part of the problem. The only way that this shit is ever going to change is if we stand up and we do something about it. And we do something about it as a unit. And we do something about it in an order that one area coordinates with the other and everything works together for the same goal. Doing something over on this part of the city and these dudes doing something different on that part, it's not going to work like that. We need to coordinate, unify our efforts, and we need to make this happen now. So this is my last time trying to propose this to you idiots that do not listen. I hate to say it like this, but I'm smarter than you. And there are a whole lot of other people who are smarter than you. And we all think the same way. Everybody can't be the damn leader, but everybody has a part to play. A leader is nothing without people to lead, and people making uncoordinated efforts are nothing without a leader. Work together with me on this. Let's get this off project jumping. Everybody, all these battle rappers, all these entertainment figures, all of these so-called models, if you're serious about what it is that you do something positive. Use it for something positive. Otherwise, shut the fuck up complaining about it. I don't want to see no more rest in peace stats from you motherfuckers that decide to walk right past what it is that I'm telling you. Because you're not doing anything to help. And that's just being real. It's your man Dub X the General. First Team International. I'm out.